What's up, everybody? I'm Doggie Diamonds. You are now watching Doggie Diamonds TV. This is a part of today's rundown, but this is more like a reaction rundown. And Raven-Symoné said something that shocked the hell out of me, that Orlando Brown, some of his claims are true. So this is from BET.com, and she was on the show called Hate to Break It to You with the host Jamie Kennedy, and she called him an unhinged Cat Williams. So it goes on to say, Raven-Symoné calls Orlando Brown the unhinged Cat Williams of his generation. During a new podcast interview, Raven-Symoné opened up about her former That's So Raven co-star Orlando Brown, calling him smart, funny, and in his attack era, while making it clear she keeps peace and distance. So I could read this to you, but let's just hear it in her own words. She said this.
Be in my life forever. I also got into the industry knowing that people that I work with for years and years and years might be in my life forever. And I will always be this way with Orlando. I think he is one of the funniest people I've ever worked with.
So fun.
I think even now.
So it's funny that somebody finally asked her about Orlando Brown, and she's finally doing the interview without her wife. So salute to her for sitting down for Dolo, and it seemed like nobody's behind her pulling her strings and telling her what to say and what not to say.
Now he knows exactly what he's doing. He, to me, is an unhinged Cat Williams.
Wow.
Of his generation. Unhinged. Not you, Cat. You're hinged, and I love you for it. He's smart. He's smart.
So smart.
And I know Orlando's history. I know his life. I know some of his personal, and that's not my MO.
So she's basically saying he's smart for doing what he's doing because he's getting cracking off that. And I got to agree, although I think he's a little off. But go ahead.
Like, I am not that person. But he is, and that's why I've never really fully engaged, because I know my strengths, and my strengths aren't the quips that he has. It's not like, I wouldn't have never done bop, da, bop, bop. Like, that's not, that shit was hilarious to me.
She cursed.
Like,
wow.
And they
bro.
put a beat on it.
Oh, it was
They
good.
put a beat on it.
That's
And
crazy.
I was like, yo, dropped it. They put a beat
I'm
on
not
it.
mad at him for it.
No.
I do think, though, that, you know, you're messing with the industry that raised you, bruh.
So she's basically saying you messing with the industry that raised you.
You're calling out people that
He went deep.
He went deep with a lot of people.
But you're telling me that he's a wrestler? You know what that means? He's a troll. A wrestler is, you know, they call wrestling is as real as a heart attack.
Yes.
But it's funny, though, that he's saying that he's a troll. But watch what she say.
considered a work.
Oh, he's a wrestler.
It's a
Yeah.
work.
I like that.
You like that? So
I think he's a wrestler.
But he started as a baby face. That's a good guy in wrestling, and now you're saying
That was
he's
a good
in his
analogy,
heel
too.
era?
I think he is. I think he's in his attack era.
But when he goes after the industry, do you co-sign it?
This gonna get deep.
Come on, you know it's not the best spot.
I know that's why I do not
I
combat
know.
Orlando, because some of the things that he says, I'm not mad at him for.
No.
So we would think that she was a little tight at some of the things that he say, but listen to what she say.
I'm mad at him for.
No.
But when
Hold on.
comes, I know that's why I don't.
That's
I
deep.
do not
I
combat
know.
Orlando, because some of the things that he says, I'm not mad at him for.
No.
But when he comes for people with, listen, you have to know how to bait people in this industry, then say the truth, and then leave on a button.
She just gave a jewel real quick. She just gave a jewel.
Say the truth.
Hold
and
on,
then
she just
leave
gave a jewel.
people with, listen, you have to know how to
She gave a
bait
jewel.
people in this industry, then say the truth, and then leave on a button. And I think he does that perfectly. He says some crazy shit. Then he tells the truth, and then he leaves on a button, and you don't know which is
And
what.
my brain is like,
So what she's saying is that he mixed a little bit of cap with the truth. So being that you think he off, you don't know what to believe. So what you think is cap is the truth, and what you think is truth might be cap. So you just gotta decipher. But that's a good strategy to have.
going, what? I'm grabbing. What's real? What's not? You know what I mean? So, like,
He's doing the job right.
amazing.
Wow.
And I'm not mad at you, bro. Just keep my name out your mouth.
That's funny though.
And keep the people that you lying about out your mouth. That's all it is. And I'm not, do you? But some of the stuff you say is real. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's crazy. That's a crazy cosign right there. If I was him, I'd be jumping right now to do interviews. Just some of the stuff he be saying is real. Hold on.
Do you? But some of the stuff you say is real. You know what I mean?
So,
Some of the stuff he says is real.
See, that's deep because Now we gotta ask, what does he say that's real? What part is real? What part is not real? And just for her to co-sign him like this and say, yo, some of the stuff he's saying ain't cap. I think that's real deep. It's gonna make me look at his interviews a little bit more. Cause I ain't gonna front, I wrote him off. When he was saying certain things, I was like, this dude ain't right. But so basically he's crazy like a fox. And that's gonna make me look at his stuff a little bit more different when he does his next interview. Yeah, this is the name of it. This is Jamie Kennedy's show. And this is the full interview right here. It's on BET.com. I guess y'all can see it. But she look right here. She says Raven didn't go into details about Orlando's personal history, but hinted she understands it. She described him as being in his attack era, meaning he's moving through the industry in a bold way that keeps people talking. That's why I don't combat Orlando. She said, some of the things he says, I'm not mad at him for. You have to know how to bait people, tell the truth, and leave on the button. He does that perfectly. I think a lot of people now are on that type of time, right? Don't it seem like a lot of people like troll a little bit and then say certain things and then like switch the situation? I think that's what the internet has become now. Like a lot of people with podcasts, a lot of people who do these shows like this, I think they say things for clicks and views, and then you don't really know what's serious or when they're serious or not. But what do you think about what she's saying? Because like I said, I don't really pay attention to him. He says some wild stuff, but listen, I do want to know, what do she think what he said is true? What is true? Because that's very, very important now. Now, I thought a lot of stuff he's saying is cap. I thought he's like out of it. What did he say that's true? Because he said a lot of stuff. He said stuff about Bow Wow. He said all types of. So what's true? And then when she said, keep my name out of your mouth, does that mean some of the things he said about her is true? Or she just saying, don't say my name, period, because you capping. So, makes you wonder a little bit. But what do you think? Because I don't watch his interviews. I'm gonna keep it real. Once I wrote him off that he was out of his mind and he was acting like, and then I knew he was a cussy, I wrote him off. But let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure y'all leave a comment. Make sure y'all share this video. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. And if you got a hype button, I didn't see the hype button yet. Maybe y'all saw it. If you got a hype button, make sure you hype up the video. And also, man, a lot of people always ask me, how could they get on the channel? Here goes the details right here. To get interviewed on DoggieDiamondsTV.com, hit me on IG at Doggie Diamonds. This is a special offer right here. Want to hop on this? It's a 35-minute interview that comes with social media promo. It could be live streamed or we could tape it, and an additional guest can be in your interview. Just hit me up on IG.